yourself.
Hey, everybody. It's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me, as always, is the Chuck Norris to my Jackie Chan, Bradford Oman.
Hey, that's me.
That's what Chuck Norris sounds like?
I guess.
And the Bruce Lee to my Jackie Chan, Nate Loucks.
I'm not doing that impression.
I was trying to catch you.
Trying to give you canceled here? Or what?
Didn't work. Did not
No,
work.
I'm doing that.
What I'm trying to say
Do you want
is
me to
that-
do it?
Yes. And you're Mexican, so you can do it.
No, I don't think that's how it works.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You did it off air, though.
Hello, it's me, Bruce Lee. That's my Mexican Bruce
I was
Lee.
actually a little nervous because it sounded
got
a
a
bit.
little nervous. I know.
Like, did your
I'm like,
asshole clench, Nate? My
a little
stomach
bit.
tightened a bit
A
because I'm like,
little
is
bit.
he really doing it?
No, it's going to be one
no,
of
it's
those
me,
edits.
Bruce Lee.
One of those famous edits we
It's
have
true.
to do.
The yes gets it. It's me.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Bruce
fair.
Lee.
But yeah, no, I was just trying to say that if Jackie Chan is awesome, Bruce Lee is the master. He's the
Thank you.
better one.
I
Right.
appreciated that.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to do the
No, and
impression.
that's very fair. Chuck Norris, however, is dog shit as far as an actor.
I don't know.
compared
I think there's a
compared to
whole
Jackie
stream
Chan.
of jokes that would prove otherwise.
As a
he is
human
the-
being,
he
sure.
is the butt of the
I'm
joke.
talking about
No,
as
he's not the butt of the joke. It's proving how strong Chuck
as
Norris is.
an action star.
I'm sorry. You haven't seen Chuck?
Let's name 3 movies that he's been in that he starred in. Not that he was not Bruce Lee movies. Name 3 Chuck Norris films for real. You're a cinephile.
Sidekicks.
Fuck you. That's
one.
Fine. I should have said before 1990, but I didn't. Just name any of them. He's been in like 100 Hollywood films.
Here's the thing. I don't know any of them.
Go ahead. Oh, there it is.
I don't know any
Yeah.
of them.
All right. Fair
Except
enough.
for Sidekicks.
Done. Yeah.
Dodgeball.
I really should have said because I'm giving you time to think now. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. I've had
Does
half
Walker Texas
a bottle
Ranger count?
of Jack Daniels, and it's 11 o'clock at night almost, and I've had a long week, and I'm a little tipsy, and I thought to myself, let's record the 10 to 1, and
That's our Saturday Night Live podcast.
and let's cancel Go Flix Yourself.
Wow,
that's what I
harsh.
thought to myself because I'm honestly a little tipsy,
Well, not only
but
that.
we're recording at my house, and I get to do whatever I want. I'm not driving.
No, and here's the thing too. The other reason that he probably was thinking about canceling is because he didn't watch his movie again.
I had listen. We moved into the house. We're moving into the new house, and it's
Our new podcast studio is coming.
Yeah, exactly. It's coming along. We're working on it.
Let's be clear. He's done nothing to prepare the new podcast studio,
Also, I've done nothing at the house. Ashley has done everything, and I have honestly.
and nothing is packed up here.
I and beyond that, I've been kind of a dick. Like I've been a real ass. So I'd like to apologize publicly to my girlfriend Ashley, who's done literally everything.
You should apologize to Tootsie.
I'm a bad person, and I didn't watch Tootsie.
Yeah, Tootsie was.
I will.
It's an American classic.
No, that's American Tail. That's Five Goes West. I will legitimately watch Tootsie this week. On my mother's life, I will watch it this week.
And the next assigned movie. That you
Yes,
get
I
from
will
Nate.
watch it. I will. I promise you.
Okay.
Because I'm again not doing anything at the house. She's gonna do everything,
You heard it here first.
and we'll be good. So anyway, Go Flix Yourself, a movie podcast where we talk about the latest films we've seen. We talk about a few trailers.
we assign movies to each other, and
And then
sometimes
some
if you respect the person enough, you watch it.
I got it on Thursday. It's Sunday night. We moved into the new house. I had Indra's football game this morning.
We just established you didn't move into the new house.
Well, we're moving into the anyway. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Nate, how are you?
I'm okay.
I was hoping for much better than that, honestly.
There's been a lot of clouds lately, and I'm feeling it
Do
in
you
my
think
soul.
that the sad is happening?
I don't
That
know.
stands for seasonal
Yeah.
affective disorder.
I'm trying to figure out if it's the seasonal affective disorder or I'm clinically depressed. And I haven't figured it out.
Hey, guess what? Why not both?
Yeah. The good news is this is America. You can have both.
I know, and I might.
You can have whatever you like.
No, it's
You
more,
can have whatever you like.
it's more like Burger King. You can have it your way.
Mm-hmm.
Pick your depression. Is it seasonal or always? Tune in next week to see if he's still here.
I'm gonna go
That
Arby's.
got dark. That got very dark, and I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, hey Brad,
Hey.
is my seasonal depression going to go away with the sponsor this week,
Oh, well, that's a good question.
or I'm going to be very sad?
Ben, let me ask you something.
Yes, you know
Hey,
what? I'm
hey,
leaning in. No, this is an episode where I lean in. Yes, Brad, ask me.
I didn't like how you didn't go high enough for me on that one. but-
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I'll answer.
What's your
Oh, that
favorite?
hurt.
What's your favorite chain steakhouse?
Longhorn Steakhouse.
The correct answer is Outback Steakhouse.
Longhorn.
Nate, that I think is my answer too. I love me a good Outback Steakhouse. But you know what's funny? When I go to Outback Steakhouse, I don't get steak. I get the Alice Springs chicken.
You probably not a person that likes steak.
No. I love steak, but for whatever reason, I have always loved the Alice Springs chicken at Outback Steakhouse.
I was trying so hard to be good, and honestly, I was trying so hard to be supportive here, and like answer you organically and real.
Yeah.
And as soon as your fucking dumb mouth starts, here's the weird thing about when I go to a steakhouse and I don't order the steak, and I think about the listener veering their fucking car into a bridge abutment and they're trying to end their whole family's life because of your Alice Springs chicken coming.
No, because
who gives a fuck?
First of
all, don't order at a steakhouse.
First of all, the
Good
listener
use
does.
of abutment, by the way.
Thank you.
The listener does care because they're thinking, you know what, Brad's right. I do enjoy a good chicken from a steakhouse from time to time. The Alice Springs chicken is a juicy, tender chicken.
By the way,
covered
I don't know
in
what you're saying before chicken.
Alice Springs.
Is that a name?
Yeah, what is that?
It's an Australian locale, basically. Outback is an Australian
So it's
themed
low-calorie?
restaurant. Oh boy. So the Alice Springs chicken has
By the way, nothing at Outback is Australian locale.
cheese and bacon
See
on
the
it,
calories on a bloomin' onion?
and
It's like 2,000.
they bring their delicious honey mustard dressing with it. Outback Steakhouse has the best honey mustard dressing.
Yeah, it was Dijon, but it's Dingo.
It is incredible.
Nate's laughing at that one. Fuck you. I got you. I got you, Nate. I got you.
I love Outback Steakhouse's honey mustard.
You know what I love right now is that Nate Loucks has his hands behind his head, like in a relaxing statement. He's wearing a gray T-shirt, and guess what I don't see?
His penis.
Not one pit stain. You are dry as a bone over there, buddy.
That's because he doesn't sweat like an animal
Yeah,
like you do.
I wear only black shirts now because it's just it's voluminous.
Can we talk about this? All right.
It's so bad.
So
Are you wearing like pads under your how do you not sweat?
No, I'm not gonna
It's
lie to you.
incredible.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'll wear a gray shirt
I
next
have
week, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
I've started wearing salt as deodorant.
What?
Yeah, no
Salt as deodorant?
Yeah, no. There's this thing that the
Like sea salt?
yeah, it is a sea salt deodorant, and it is.
Are you rubbing vinegar and salt chips under your arms?
No, it is.
Because it kind of smells like it.
You.
I will send it to you. It is 100% natural deodorant, which I don't typically like. There's like Harry's and all these kind of things that are like, hey, it doesn't have aluminum, you won't get cancer. But you use it, and it's like, I'll take the cancer instead.
Yeah,
it
because I'm
doesn't work.
sweating my balls off, and this is terrible, and
So
it's making me
there's this-
feel things.
There's this like crystal like salt deodorant.
All right, now it's just.
How are you not mad about this?
I know. I'm letting him finish, and I'm trying to be polite.
Hey Ben, do I have any pit stains?
No,
right
see, that's also the thing. He's proving it.
It's so.
I hate this so much.
Well, if I had honey mustard from Outback, I'd prove it too.
Crystal
I'm
energy.
just saying. I am saying that it seems to work pretty well.
Pastor
Nate,
Nate,
are you using essential oils for birth control too?
Pastor Nate, just say that you believe in crystals, because that's exactly what you just said.
I'm like RFK for president.
Oh,
right now.
Oh
no.
boy, Shazam has logged on.
The brainworms have got to him.
I'm just saying this crystal deodorant, which I just sent to you guys in our
This
text thread.
crystal deodorant. He sounds like a fucking
know.
infomercial.
I know.
This
I
sounds
know.
insane.
I know.
But wait,
Mineralized
there's less
crystal.
that I care about.
Hey,
Brad,
right.
what's the
Hey,
fucking
wait,
sponsor?
wait,
Oh
hey,
my god.
Who's sweating right now?
Me?
Who's not?
You?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, I have no leg to stand on here.
Don't look at the bag.
I have a very sweaty leg to stand on here.
Don't look at the bag. Just reach in and grab.
Yeah, it's probably a bloomin' onion.
Just
you
grab.
Asshole. And
Just
I gotta-
grab. Don't
I have
reach.
I'm
Just
like,
look in.
No,
I
I'm going to
can
bed
tell
with my
it's
girlfriend, and I
Funyuns.
have to brush my
Just
teeth 9
reach
times.
into
Tell
the
it's a
bag.
Funyun. I can freaking tell it's a Funyun. I don't want a Funyun.
Don't look at the bag. Don't look at the back either.
But it's yellow. I know it's a Funyun.
Just give one to Nate. Don't look at the
I don't
bag,
want
Nate.
it,
Don't look
though.
at the
I
front.
don't want
No,
it,
no,
though.
don't look
I
at the
don't want
front.
it,
No,
though.
you
I
have
don't
to.
want it. I don't want
You
it.
have to.
I
It's
don't
part of
want
the
it, though.
show.
No, it's not.
Just look, Ben. Don't look at the bag.
I think I think I have COVID.
You are COVID.
I pulled this out, and it's either a pork rind or a Funyun. It's a circular disc of
No,
bullshit.
Hey, you gave me the whole bag. I don't need
I
the whole
don't want
bag.
them back.
I want them back because they're delicious.
Oh, can you give these back to your
I
friend?
don't want to eat this.
Give these back to your friend.
This is the first time that I know what it is beforehand, and I just really don't like these things.
You don't like Funyuns?
What movie does Funyuns play a role in?
Not one I've ever seen.
I don't remember.
Tremors, because that's what they give me.
No.
You should see a doctor.
What's the movie with Jim Brewer?
Half baked.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I really don't want to eat this.
Crunch up your Funyun, boys. Get it up in your mouth.
They better be paying us well.
Chompa, chompa, chompa. You take more than a fucking nibble of that Funyun, bitch.
You're not eating it.
I've had them. I had a whole small bag before.
I love that that's the I've had a whole small bag. This is a big bag.
It is.
Why
That's how
not
much I
just
loved
give
it.
me- No, listen, I don't mind the seasoning. Why not on a potato chip, though? Or you know what would be good? A Pringle.
Yeah, this taste would be great on a Pringle.
This tastes is great on a Funyun.
No, I don't want this.
This is that crisp crunch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say shit. I'm drinking, so let's just trip.
What's the flavor, boys?
I know.
Oh, it's so good.
It's Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
It's not specifically Outback Steakhouse, but it is Steakhouse Onion is the flavor, and it's meant to be designed after the onion appetizer known as a bloomin' onion. But there are other versions at various steakhouses, obviously. I really like it though. I like it. Doesn't taste exactly like
Why
a
the
bloomin'
fuck
onion
didn't they call it a bloomin' Funyun then?
because
that's
they don't.
pretty
They probably
good.
don't have the rights.
Why wouldn't they be able to call it Bloomin' Funyun?
But I think bloomin' onion is probably a trademark.
Yeah,
but it's a
term.
parody. It's a
Funyun.
parody.
A
Bloomin' Funyun.
When you're selling stuff, it doesn't really like.
No,
work
they
that way.
missed the mark. It's like they're idiots.
Yeah.
I mean-
yeah. Like, I could have been in that writer's room and been like, hey.
Hey guys,
Also,
have you thought of this?
Hey, I'm a little bit of Jack Daniels in, but I think that bloomin' Funyun sounds about right. Where's my check?
I mean, I'm a couple drinks in right now.
Anyway, I'm going home.
First of all, I love the flavor of these new Funyuns. I think they're delicious. I love Funyuns
Ben,
in
did
general.
you drive here? Yeah.
From
What-
Indiana.
What of it? And you know what? And I came up with that zinger, and I'm driving home, Bruce.
Where'd you get that big fat cigar?
How about you send me my last check? Because I quit. I'm opening my own marketing agency called Bloomin' Funyuns. Okay, that took it too far.
Did you just take off your polo shirt?
Yeah, to expose a very sweaty gray T-shirt.
Is that a tattoo of a frog?
Yeah, and you know what? It's on my lower back, and it's fine.
Steakhouse Onion Funyuns.
Yeah, find them wherever
Friends.
steakhouses are sold.
I found the big bag at Walmart. I found little bags at convenience stores. They're delicious, and I love
On the
them.
big bag at Walmart, the small bags in the parking lot.
I like these Funyuns.
Brad, what's the last movie you saw, buddy? I didn't watch Tootsie.
The last movie I saw.
But what's the last movie that you ingested?
The last movie I ingested was a treat given to me by my friend Nate.
Is that the only movie you watched?
No, I watched two other movies as well.
I mean, I only watched one because we did do a new episode last week, and I haven't had a ton of time. We're also doing the 10 to 1 podcast, which is our SNL podcast now. By the way, if you are into SNL, listen to that podcast as well. We review and recap new episodes of SNL. So we do have other things going on. So if you only watched one, at least you watched your
I watched
one.
3 movies
At least
this
you
week.
watched your
I
one.
you better
I
not
watched
have.
3 movies this
Are
week.
you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, because I have a family, Brad, so I don't watch. I couldn't watch Tootsie with a
Tootsie's
7
a
and
family-friendly
10-year-old.
movie.
It's not.
It is. You don't know
It's
because you haven't seen
rated
it.
R.
It's not.
He gets his dick.
Wow.
I don't know. Sorry. And he goes, "Look at my Tootsie Roll."
Ugh, gross.
And I'm like, wow, Dustin Hoffman.
So first of all, I want to talk about something very serious.
I don't believe this is true.
I've been watching a lot of television.
Boy.
No, I want to point this out because there are two great sources for watching television in the same way that like old television used to be, like when you had cable and stuff like that. Because the one thing that I miss about the age of streaming is that a lot of it is so much of like you subscribe to different services, but you have to actively pick what you want to watch, you know? Like nothing is just on unless you're paying for cable or something like that. But Pluto TV is a free streaming service that is set up a lot like cable where there's always stuff that's playing. There's ads, which is why everything is free. They play movies that are unedited, so you're still getting like the full experience. You just have to deal with commercials.
You just have to watch a movie for 3 hours instead of 2.
Right. But they also have very specific curated channels.
Nate, in what world would you pick to watch a random film that it's 3 o'clock, you turn on
here's
Pluto
why.
TV,
Here's why, though.
and you throw it on, and it's a 3-hour movie instead of. We talk all the time about how movies are so long.
But here's why. I don't do this when I want to sit down and actively watch a movie. I put this on in the background while I'm working.
See, that's different. I can't put a movie on in the background.
I'm not watching new stuff though.
No, but
it doesn't matter.
It's all stuff I've seen before,
That's
or-
why the
or it's-
quality of your
I get
work
it.
is so
Like,
shit.
listen,
or shows that I like.
It's like I get nostalgic. TBS is doing 21 Jump Street or
exactly
something like that, and I don't want to watch it closely, but I don't mind that it's on in the background.
100%.
And
I
the commercials,
disagree.
I do this all the time. I always put on movies that I've seen, shows that I've seen.
You gotta be so distracted.
I'm not though. That's the thing. It's because I've seen it before, and so I know. But also, it's the kind of thing too where if I do get distracted by it, it's only a few minutes before there's a commercial that comes along, and I get back to work.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of really hyper-specific channels on Pluto TV as well.
It's owned by Paramount, by the way.
Yeah, so there's a lot of Paramount stuff that's on there, but there's a lot of other stuff on there that's licensed too. And so, but they have very specific shows that are dedicated to. Some are just all the same show all the time. Some are just like a variety of stand-up specials all the time. There's every genre of TV is represented on there, and they have a bunch of movie channels. Well, it's awesome. Similarly, though not as necessarily high in quality of the programming, Amazon Prime, if you have that now, they have their own live TV section that is similar to Pluto TV, but they have channels that Pluto TV doesn't. One of the ones that I have been loving lately is they have a Mythbusters channel, because I loved me some Mythbusters.
Are you talking about on Freevee?
So it's not actually Freevee. It's they have a specific live TV section now. Freevee is their free on demand section.
Okay.
But they have a live TV section with streaming stuff where it's playing things all the time.
What do they call that?
It just says live TV in the
Amazon
main,
Primal.
in the main. That's good. That's for their late night programming though. But I loved Mythbusters back in the day. Did you guys watch Mythbusters ever?
No.
Yes, but only like here. Like I didn't search it out, but scrolling
I
or
went
whatever.
the opposite way, and I watched Ghost Hunters.
Mythbusters, no, Ghost Hunters.
I feel like if you were Ben in that situation, I would have fully expected to spend back. I went the opposite way, and I fucked chicks.
Myth busted. You know, one of the things that I did learn from Mythbusters is why I don't hate roundabouts, because they did a whole myth on them. Like,
Oh no, they're great.
do roundabouts suck? Do they actually?
Yeah, they're efficient.
They really are. So everybody's like,
and they lead to less
they
accidents.
Because the whole thing is, yes, roundabouts, of course, make you slow down. So everybody is on board with the fact that they cause less accidents. People that don't care though about you dying, right? Selfish people.
Who doesn't care about me dying?
I mean, a lot of people. They are the ones like, just put in a fucking stop sign. A stop sign is way worse as far as travel time. So it doesn't actually, it saves you time.
Yeah.
To get to a
No,
roundabout.
I prefer. I mean, right?
The only people that hate roundabouts are the people who don't know how to use them.
Absolutely.
The old people that go the wrong way.
So
which
here,
has happened
I'm
four
out here to
times.
say, as a guy with 3 cocktails in his belly, if you don't know how to use a roundabout, and 3 of my cocktails, if you don't like roundabouts, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah, I agree with
How
that.
about that?
But yeah,
You
so
went there, everyone.
I went there,
If you-
guys. Bold hot take Konowitz over here. If you don't like something that's proven by science, go fuck yourself.
so if you haven't
Myth busted.
Myth busted.
if you haven't checked out Pluto TV, if you have Amazon Prime and you haven't checked out their live TV section, I wholly recommend it, because there's lots of cool stuff. There's a whole channel that's playing episodes of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series in an endless loop.
Well, thanks so much for listening to the podcast.
I was actually doing the opposite thing. Hymen busted.
Ugh. You're gross.
It's the opposite of
nasty.
watching
That's so
Mythbusters.
you're
It's a
what
bit
the-
disgusting, though. You're right.
You're what the Spanish call el terrible.
El terrible, and also un pedofilia.
Oh,
That's a joke. That's a joke.
He's 3 drinks in.
Just joking.
what are you doing, Liberace?
Nate literally
This
just
guy.
like act like he was fingering a piano right there.
It didn't help that he has his like legs crossed and like pointing one out.
Hey, guys, stop.
But so I started to get into the spooky season a little bit, because it's officially fall now. And
Following?
one thing that
Halloween.
one thing I haven't done is go through all of the Universal monster movies, the classic ones. Like I've seen Frankenstein, I've seen Dracula, I've seen Creature from the Black Lagoon, I've seen the Wolfman. But
It sounds like you've seen
So-
quite a few of them.
no,
all
but
of them.
well, there's tons though. That I
But
haven't-
here's the thing. I haven't seen when they've all met Abbott and Costello. So what I've been doing.
oh no, I did see that, but I do want to watch the other Abbott and
Did you
Costello
see
movies.
1913's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
No, I haven't seen that one yet. I'm
Lon Chaney.
Directed by the great director Herbert Brennan.
great.
Listen, we're here for you.
I watched The Mummy, which I hadn't seen. And
that was done in 1932, as you know.
yeah, Boris Karloff plays the Mummy. And I also watched The Invisible Man.
Played by no one.
1933.
Claude Rains actually plays The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man, if you haven't seen it, fucking rules. Because the character is so much like dark fun. Like, he's insane. And he's not like a villain who's like seeking out like and doing villainous things, but he's been driven mad because he accidentally turned himself invisible and he's just trying to figure it out, but he can't get any peace. People keep fucking bothering him. And so like whenever people like are messing things up for him, he just like loses it and like messes with people and like and the effects, man. I was so impressed by the effects done back in the 1930s for this because they look amazing.
Like they would do a shot of things and be like, you wouldn't see anybody there, but they'd be like, that's the Invisible Man.
That's crazy how they did that.
But no,
no, they would do that, and like
the
they
other
did it
actors
without a computer.
No, and the crazy part is the other actors like, did that hat just move? And it wasn't even on screen. And then the other actors like, it did.
I don't know if you guys remember when you saw The Invisible Man from 1933, but the great Dudley Diggs is in that.
You're such a son of a bitch.
Yeah, I thought you were
laptop open. My Lon Chaney bit was real. Like I said that it was real, and then you're over here like directed by so and so. Like, you're just reading shit.
No, but like it genuinely goes beyond the effects of just like seeing something move, like something invisible is moving it. What?
I don't know. This is so fun. Listen, this is what you get for keep me up.
The Invisible Man. It's like a hat is floating.
There's a picture of invisible tent. This is the napkin on my boater is going up.
There's like a string.
What is that? A puppet?
There's like a string that you see off.
My lady. Dude, you're gonna have a tough time the rest of this time. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
He doesn't seem happy with it.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'll shut up.
They did.
But I'm only doing that to do this, so good luck.
For the effects, when he like, because he wraps himself with bandages to make it so that he seems like a normal man. He's like in layers so that you can't tell like there's something weird about him. The effects that they do for when he's unwrapping himself, though, it doesn't look like they have like just a dummy that they're doing it and they're unwrapping it with like fish line or something like that.
No bit. Did you look it up? Like, how did they do it?
No, I didn't get a chance to look it up yet. But like, I got an idea that like some of it is. It seems like it's early green screen kind of work where they shot him on a different soundstage than the actual set, so that way they were able to make his body disappear, but the clothes still stay in the.
I'm assuming that, and this is again, I'm not joking anymore. I'm assuming it's a lot of wire form, right? Where you just got like literally like imagine a clothes hanger, and they bend the metal to be like that's the body, and then they can pull it away as the. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know. I don't think so though, because like. It seems that's why I say like it seems like it's early green screen because they're clearly able to remove whatever is under the bandage.
Oh,
like it's not just seeing through it. Like there's clearly an effect that's being done.
I think that I need to see this film.
Claude Rains, the actor there, has a very famous grandson who is very popular today called Timothy Chalamet.
Is that true?
No.
I was gonna say. No, it's Tim Raines, the guy that played for the Rockies.
No, it's Memphis Raines, Nicolas Cage's character from Gone in 60 Seconds.
You know what? I love all these choices.
But no, The Invisible Man, it really was a lot of fun. Like it honestly played like a almost like a modern horror movie in a way. It's really well done. I was thoroughly impressed by it.
Of all of this sounds like a bit like I'm doing it again. Of all of the Invisible Man movies, there have been quite a few.
No, there's several.
Hollow Man and what was the latest one?
The Invisible Man.
Yeah, right. And then Chevy Chase.
Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
What's your favorite of all time?
I would say it's. I mean, honestly, I really liked the new Invisible Man. It's
really chilling.
It's a great thriller. It's really well done.
Do you draw any comparisons between the first one and the latest one? Because like I remember thinking that it's more of a Psycho,
and also like
in the
where
remake.
do you place David Spade's character in Hotel Transylvania?
So Invisible Man is more of a it's a modern
new one.
Yeah, the new one is more of a modern thriller because like the guy is very much clearly a villain.
Right.
In the original one that I just watched, the classic one,
He's driven mad.
Yeah, he's still not a great guy. Like he ends up like threatening a lot of people, but like he's
I love
he's
that,
not
though.
inherently evil.
No, and I love that because that's what we lose these days. And so again, this kind of goes back to the MCU. Honestly, the best villains are the ones that you're like, oh, I see why he's mad.
Yeah.
And so if you see like he's not a great guy, but also he's driven to madness and driven to killing or whatever. It's so much more fun to watch that kind of movie than it's like, oh, he's bad just because he's bad.
Yeah.
You know? Learn that lesson, Hollywood. Come on.
Hollow Man, right? There's no
Yeah. I just said that.
Yeah, he mentioned Hollow Man.
Memoirs. I'm going through these.
Yeah.
Memoirs of an Invisible Man is when you're talking about the Invisible Kid. Did you guys see The Invisible Kid?
Hey, computer, keep up.
What's The Invisible Kid?
A 1988 film starring Jay
Jonathan
Underwood and China Phillips.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas, right?
No.
Amazon Woman on the Moon.
What?
It was a spoof of The Son of the Invisible Man with Ed Begley Jr.
Oh.
Sure. This is a fun bit. Let's keep going.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mad Monster Party.
Yep.
It includes The Invisible Man.
I think we're getting further away.
The Amazing Transparent Man.
The Amazing Transparent Man, 1956.
But yeah, so classic.
Elizabeth Banks is developing a film on the Invisible Woman.
That's true. But yeah, these classic horror movies are really enjoyable to watch. I'm excited to dig.
What are you
into
gonna do
more
next,
of
buddy?
Could I?
Whatever is in order.
Is
next.
this
okay? You're going
Yeah.
in the order.
These
okay.
ones from the 30s though? Like I couldn't show these to the boys because are they too like
I
for
just-
adults
Or
or they just get bored?
I think they would get bored, and also, yeah, I just don't. Yeah, they're not necessarily for kids, I guess.
By the way, the
I'll do
next
it
one
anyway.
you're doing is The Bride of Frankenstein.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
What else did you watch?
So the only other movie I watched was the movie assigned to me by my friend Nate.
Hi.
It's a 1986 movie called Little Shop of Horrors. Little Shop of Horrors.
I cannot believe you've never seen this film.
Little Shop of
I really couldn't.
Horrors.
So
This
it's
is a
one
very
of
famous film, obviously.
so this is one of those movies where I was aware of some of its more famous moments, and like I've seen clips here and there. I'm aware of the musical and everything. I just never sat down to watch
Have
the
you ever
entire
seen
thing.
the musical?
No, I have never seen the actual musical.
Oh,
But
it's a fun musical to see. if
this
you ever get a
movie
chance.
makes me wish that they would bring back the hour-and-a-half musical, because let me tell you, it's a treat to sit down and watch a full-blown musical that isn't 2.5 fucking hours long.
But what
Nate-
what
Nate-
musical?
Fiddler,
What musical
you
is
fucking asshole.
No, I'm not kidding you. What musical movie is an hour and a half?
Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Is that it?
Yeah.
No, that's what he's talking about right now. Like, I'm sure there's others, but for right now, we're saying that we wish they
no,
were.
I thought you were saying I wish they would bring it back because this was too long.
No,
Like,
because this was an hour-and-a-half, and I loved it, and I wish they would do it more
yeah.
often.
How did you not get that?
Jeez.
No, because
I'm 3
I'm-
drinks in and I'm getting it.
Try and
No,
keep up
because I'm
transparent,
wondering.
man.
I'm wondering what they cut out
Nice.
to
I
make
like
it
that.
an hour and a
Brad,
half.
over here real quick. Brad, over here real quick. I really like that.
Thank
That's
you.
good. Thank you.
Don't compliment.
Is the stage musical longer?
There's no stage musical that's an hour and a half.
I mean, I'd be curious to know what they did to cut this down to be an hour-and-a-half movie.
That's what
then.
I'm wondering. I'll have to do some research.
What was your
on that.
favorite part?
My favorite part is 100% how incredible the puppetry is for
Right?
Audrey 2.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
great.
the lips alone,
Yeah.
the way they move, look so natural. It's crazy how good the puppetry is.
Did you know, based on just the zeitgeist, that Bill Murray played prominently as the dentist?
No, Bill Murray is
Or
the
as the
dentist.
patient?
Yeah, I know. I actually had no idea Bill Murray was in this movie.
Okay. Same thing, right? When I watched it a couple years ago for the first time, and I was like, and he's a masochist.
Yeah.
And he loves it. It blew me away in the best way. It's such a great performance.
Yeah.
I had so much fun watching.
It's such a fun small role.
Yeah.
I love seeing Steve Martin in this role too,
Yeah.
like just such like a goofy douchebag,
Yeah.
total asshole. And man, I miss Rick Moranis so much.
Oh.
He's so great in this. Isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's just great in general, and I hope that he has some kind of comeback. My one hope right now, and I don't even know if it would necessarily lead to like a big comeback, because it just sounds like he's just being very choosy with like what he wants
Sure.
to do.
Is he doing anything?
He hasn't really done anything. He did like the most recent thing he did is I think he did some Mint Mobile commercials with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. The thing is, much like Gene Wilder always said after he retired, if I get the right script,
Yeah.
I'll come back.
Yeah.
And that's a great way of being like, I'm not an asshole.
Yeah.
I just haven't had anything.
Yeah.
And even if he had an amazing script and he just didn't want to do it, then it still maintains your legacy.
Yeah.
And I feel like Moranis is doing the exact same thing. If it's a good enough project to come back, but also if he's got to pay the bills, Mint Mobile, I guess, did that, or maybe donated to charity. I don't.
Or maybe he doesn't need to. I mean,
why did he do the Mint Mobile though? Or maybe it's just an easy breezy little thing.
Well, so he
cover girl.
Well, he's Canadian, and so is Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, maybe they know
and
each
so
other.
I think it was just kind of a friendly thing.
They were gonna do a Shrunk. Honey, I Shrunk
They were
the
supposed.
Kids.
Yeah, they were supposed to.
Honey,
do,
I Shrunk the Invisible Man.
They were supposed to do a Lego sequel called Shrunk, where Josh Gad played Rick Moranis' son, all grown up. It's not clear what's happening with that, if it's still a thing or anymore.
Gad apparently said that it's
canceled
on permanent hiatus.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So.
But
is probably some studio.
But apparently Rick Moranis did agree to do it.
Because
Yes.
honestly, who wouldn't want to see that film?
So similarly, though, the other opportunity that's coming up, also involving Josh Gad,
Frozen 3.
is Josh Gad is he co-wrote a Spaceballs sequel
Yes.
with Dan Hernandez and Benji Samit, who worked on Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. They've worked on some other fun stuff along the road. And Josh,
Is that a new phrase?
What?
Along the road?
No, it's not just
Is that a
waves.
new one? Did you come up with that?
No,
Like along the way is fine.
along the road.
I've never heard along the road in
I
my
mean,
whole
I
life.
think you could say.
Nate, have you ever heard along the road?
No, but
You know, somewhere along the road.
You think you can infer what it means when I say it? Though
I
Yeah, but
did.
it's
I did.
jarring because it's stupid.
I did. Can you like me again?
I love you, Nate.
Okay.
You're way better than Ben, especially drunk Ben.
All right, well, let's be transparent here, just like your favorite fucking movie now.
I made that joke, transparent joke earlier, and it landed.
Yeah, because I said it did.
Yours was a real stinker.
Just like Hollow Man.
There's a Spaceballs 2 in development.
Actually, I liked Hollow Man.
Josh Greenbaum is supposed to direct it. And as we all know, Rick Moranis played Dark Helmet in the original Spaceballs. And so I'm assuming because Josh Gad struck up a good relationship with Rick Moranis when Shrunk was still in
Sure.
development, that they might be able to get Rick Moranis back as Dark Helmet. Now, the only thing that we don't know yet is what Spaceballs 2 is. And so if it's going to
It's to
focus
search for more money.
if it's going to focus on a new villain similar to the Star Wars trilogy sequels that had Kylo Ren but still following the teachings of Darth Vader, then maybe it would just be a small role, which I would be fine with, just as long as we get Rick Moranis back in some way.
I do wonder how Rick Moranis, because he stopped acting in like 1990 something.
The mid to late 90s.
Yeah, his wife passed away, and he just decided to quit to raise his kids.
Yeah.
One of the most, honestly,
Admirable things.
endearing things that
Yeah.
you can do. Not too many people could turn down that kind of money
But I do wonder though,
and
like,
stardom.
how he had that much money to retire at that age. Because
And I don't think that's the. I think the point is he didn't. I think the point is that he made some money, and then probably
enough that they could just live a normal
exactly.
life. Yeah.
Like, I think that's what it is.
Enough money though to live a middle class existence, maybe in perpetuity.
Lower
Yeah.
middle class, even
I mean,
honestly,
I probably not lower.
like
middle
somebody
class,
60,
like-
70 grand a year.
the guy starred in a Disney franchise that had 3 movies to it, you know?
Yeah, and I wonder too if he's been working doing writing or something.
At one point, he released
Rick Moranis net worth.
some kind of comedy album called The Agoraphobic Cowboy.
Rick Moranis is a Canadian actor who has a net worth of $10 million.
Sure.
So,
And if he's
more than mine.
And if he's not, living in Hollywood and spending, exorbitant amount of money on upscale living there.
even $10 million, you can live in Hollywood. You just don't need to live in a mansion. You can still live in Hollywood for $10 million.
You live in an apartment for $10 million.
You can live wherever you want for $10 million. You can live on a yacht.
You haven't been to Los Angeles in a while.
Not your yacht, but like somebody else's yacht.
You haven't been to Los Angeles in a while.
I mean, you can go to Diddy's parties for $10 million.
Oh, boy.
I've been there.
Ben's getting in freak offs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Little Shop of Horrors, this movie was great. Soundtrack is fantastic. Doo-wop driven. There's great voice work by who's the guy that plays Audrey 2? I'm blanking on his name. It's
Frank
is
Oz.
it Levi Burgess? Is that his name?
Sorry. Yeah, we're just always assuming Nate is just
Always
typing
on-
in
like,
the movie
yeah,
that we're
exactly.
talking about.
I don't know.
I just can't believe that he wasn't already on it.
That's what I said. I just said that.
I just can't believe he wasn't looking it up already. We just anticipated.
I'm now
Levi
like,
Stubbs is the name of Audrey
Yeah,
2.
I knew that.
Great voice.
Nate's like, I just had to refresh my browser.
Great dark comedy. Great soundtrack. I would love to see. I wish there was more musicals like this out there.
Me see more.
Wicked is coming out in November.
Yeah.
That movie's 2 hours and 40 minutes. and it's just part 1.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, no, again, that's terrible.
I did look it up. Little Shop of Horrors in the theater, like if you, or sorry, not in the actual like performing arts theater
On stage, yeah.
Yeah, on stage is 2 hours and 15 minutes. So
Oh,
they did
interesting.
cut
So they
out.
did cut a decent amount, yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
But
shit,
you know, it just proves that they didn't need it.
in the musical Rent, they pay the rent in like the first 10 minutes.
Well, it's 525,600 minutes.
That's how late the rent is?
No.
Oh, is that how long AIDS lasts?
Wow.
Whoa.
That's the movie, right? It's about AIDS.
I mean,
Too
it is about
soon.
AIDS.
All right, well,
Too soon.
you're welcome. I just gave that to the listener. Rent is about AIDS.
Nate, thanks for Little Shop of Horrors. And
I'm glad you like it. I do typically only give Ben musicals to watch, but I was glad to give you this.
I'm
week.
glad
And you gave him the shortest one.
I'm glad that I added 80s movies to our list of things to check off so that we have new movies.
Speaking of like 5,000, 45,000, 15,000 thousands, we have like 5,800
It's too
movies
much.
on that list
It's
now.
too much.
I
I'm
honestly
not joking. 5,000.
No, I know. I've been meaning to go back through because when you added the first batch, there's a lot of like international releases in there that like are movies that no.
Y tu
All-
mama
all-
también.
hey.
No.
Hey, for the listener that probably doesn't know this, all I did, it was the top 100 grossing movies.
Oh no, I know.
The listener doesn't. Top 100 grossing movies on Box Office Mojo per year.
Yeah.
And I just added the first 20 years. I started off doing that, okay? You're
No, I
allowed
know.
to do whatever you want.
I'm not
And
saying
now
that.
you're over here.
I've got
Hold on.
something
You're
to
just
say.
talking
I'm not-
so
I've
much
got
shit.
something to
No,
say.
I've
got
I'm not-
something to say.
Hold on. I'm not talking shit. I'm just pointing out that there are some movies on there that we can probably remove that I know that we're never going to get around to.
So listeners, we
but
have this
I don't
list.
want that though. I want more movies that I'll never see because
No.
I want,
no.
I
What
want,
I-
don't
hold
want
on, hold
more
on.
I want an
movies.
encapsulation
What I
of
mean-
things that I could see
What
in
I
this
mean,
world.
no, but what I mean is these are movies that none of us have seen, so they're never going to get recommended to anybody.
But
and
that-
they're also not big movies that are acclaimed by like movie
It
critics. or
doesn't
anything
matter.
Like that.
It's a movie that exists. I want it on the
It's
list.
never going to get assigned.
It doesn't
to you.
matter. I want to know my percentages.
The list is for the podcast.
Okay, so
Make your own separate list.
Our listeners might not know we have an ongoing Excel sheet where we keep track of the movies we've seen so that we know what we can assign to each other, right? So I've seen all these films, and then they could say, okay, you haven't seen this film. Here's the film you see. Here's my gripe about this film.
Go ahead.
list.
Nate has seen half
Go-
as many movies as we
Go,
have,
go ahead, Nate.
No,
what's
the
your
reality
gripe with
is
my work?
I have seen
and my work.
no. You're
Basically, my start, your finish.
yeah. Actually, it's very much about that.
Hmm.
I appreciate.
Okay.
I actually appreciate what Ben did.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
Ben put a link to the film in your list. So I can actually just hover over that link and it will show me the
Movie poster.
which
What
has
year-
helped me multiple
yeah.
times when I see.
Is your
I think
life
I've seen
so
this-
hard that you can't go to your Google
Bradford Oman,
or
but
to your
it's just-
or to your Bing
when there's 5,000
or to your Ask
movies,
Jeeves?
It's hard to like look up individually because you just added like 500 movies.
You got really lazy.
and,
You got
and then we have to
really
go and like
lazy.
I don't know if I've seen that one. I gotta look it up. So now I'm googling like 200
Especially
movies.
a movie from 1984.
Yeah, it's tough.
you guys so hard is your life.
This is what you do for a living. Ben and I have jobs.
It's hard, man. You made it hard.
I didn't make.
I
any-
went-
You could have
listen,
made this easier. Like
I went
Ben
through
did.
for 5 hours this week and did that, and that's why I didn't watch Tootsie.
It didn't take
I
you
di-
5
I-
hours.
I didn't want to tell you
saw
that.
you do it, and it took you like less than an hour.
I will
I
tell you
didn't want
this.
to tell you this, but that's an hour. I
it
could've
took
been
you
watching
less than
Tootsie.
an hour.
I am the most behind on my list, and I did spend 2 hours on it this week, and I'm still way behind.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, Brad has seen over 2,700 films. I have seen about 2,600. Nate has seen 1,900.
Well, I've seen more because I've added more to the list, and I am comically behind on that list. But you
We're
guys
going to
have
say
seen
he's
more
at about
films.
2,300. I'm going to eclipse Brad by the end of 2025.
At the pace you're going this week, no, you're not.
Yeah, you have to start watching movies first, dipshit.
Oh. Well, I have another one, Ben.
So what did you watch since you didn't watch Tootsie?
I watched every episode of Mr. McMahon on Netflix.
I've heard it's very good.
It's awesome. It's great.
Tell the people what it is.
Meaning, it's horrible.
Yeah.
So Vince McMahon took over the wrestling business from his father and built it into the WWF.
And that was after he was on Johnny Carson, right?
Who? Ed McMahon? Christ.
Ha ha!
Oh, there's a good Ed McMahon, though.
Yes, sir.
All right, now we're back. So, no, Vince McMahon he built a $1 billion empire. He did. And the documentary was filmed. Here's the most interesting part. The documentary is filmed in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are all of these interviews from The Rock and John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stephanie McMahon, I think Sean McMahon is his son's name, Vince himself. They are very, very detailed.
Did they talk to Ed?
They did not talk to Ed.
It would be great if every now and then there's kind of
They did such a good job interviewing. And then as they're building this Mr. McMahon documentary, the actual horrible sex trafficking allegations come out against Vince McMahon, and he doesn't record any more interviews. Yeah. And so they were basically left with all of these tapes.
Yeah.
And so now they've made it into a documentary, and they bookend it with it's just now that the way they've cut it is sick.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's like Vince McMahon says this, and then the bookend on the end is like, so-and-so settled the lawsuit. Every episode ends with somebody settling a lawsuit for millions of dollars with Vince McMahon. He is a horrible Epstein level, Diddy level, Jonathan Majors level piece of human excrement who doesn't deserve the. He's a piece of shit.
I agree. That I not that we want to put this on the record that we are not trying to defend Jonathan Majors. I'm not sure that Majors is necessarily on par with the insane sexual antics and crimes committed by Diddy and Vince McMahon.
So
he's still a piece of shit. But we're talking about huge sex trafficking crimes. And then he hit his girlfriend.
I think,
which is terrible.
Why are you?
It's awful.
Why are you defending somebody that's beating women?
Hold on. The fact that Nate said the same thing.
This is crazy to me. You guys are on Jonathan Majors' side. You're defending Jonathan Majors.
That's an awful person.
Wow.
What the fuck is going on right now?
Nate, you son of a bitch.
Actually, Jonathan Majors is a good guy.
I didn't
Brad
say
Oman.
that. I prefaced
Brad
that.
Oman, Ethan_Anderson at slashfilm.com.
Nate's
says
laughing because
Jonathan Majors is a good guy.
Nate's laughing because he would have taken this bullet if I hadn't have also agreed with him and explained it. Because he was like, hold on.
The guy since college has been beating women and raping people. And you guys are both like, well, that's fine. What the fuck is going on right now?
Were there rape allegations for?
Yes!
I don't think there were for Jonathan Majors, honestly.
Keep defending him. This is
No,
awesome.
no, I'm
no,
just-
this is great.
You have to be
No, it's
clear.
awesome.
You have to
Good
be
for you.
clear, though.
Yeah,
Because
I believe women.
No,
but
because then
yeah, do what you.
Epstein's
yeah, that's like king sex trafficking, and it's not the same. You're in some ways
They all deserve the same.
look
punishment.
no, but it's like
defending
but it's almost like you're lessening what Epstein did in a way too.
Not at all. I'm saying they all deserve to be just shot in a cannon into the sun. There's
yes.
no room for this. And again, there's no lessening or heightening. They all just deserve to go. Carte blanche.
Oh God, that's so funny.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know. You put Mussolini in the same. Goebbels was just Goebbels. He wasn't Hitler. Brad Oman.
It's not the same.
This is what you said earlier.
It's not really.
Cut back to 10 episodes ago. You're like, Joseph Goebbels not the same as Hitler. He's not as I don't know that I would put him in the same category.
Well, he's a second-hand
what
man.
the fuck is
So, Vince McMahon, one of your heroes.
Piece of shit. One of Brad's heroes, yes. Piece of shit. He's just a piece of dog shit.
Great TV personality or greatest TV personality?
That's the whole documentary is
Yeah.
the character he built of Mr. McMahon being this piece of shit. Just everybody knows in real life, that's who that guy was. And everybody just covered it up or left him, sued him, came back to him. It's just this real sycophantic culture. Even Hulk Hogan, who's prominently displayed, when he went to WCW, it was like a slap in McMahon's face. And then Hogan came back and they made amends because to Vince McMahon, it was all about the business no matter what.
Yeah.
And Hogan forgave and forgot everything. Like, they all forgave and forgot always. It's insane. The level
Would you
of,
say that the WWF wrestlers aren't always the smartest?
Honestly, the reverse. A lot of them were very, very smart as far as
Stone
their.
Cold Austin doesn't believe in CTE.
I know, yeah, and he says it in the documentary, and it's like, okay, you're an idiot. But like,
well, where's the evidence?
so like guys like Triple H, and guys like The Rock and John Cena have been able to parlay this into like very successful careers. Plenty of guys. Bret the Hitman Hart is especially resounding in this because his brother was the one that died by trying to zip line into a state, whatever. There was a lot of like trust that was built up that was betrayed by Vince McMahon, and even Bret the Hitman Hart came back to the fold eventually. It's like money does it, or depending on how destitute you are for fame.
Yeah,
it's like, I think other than the fact that it shows how much of a piece of shit this guy is, you can really see that these very famous people take it a bit for granted, and then years later they have to come back and suckle at the teat because they need it or they want it. They need the limelight or the money.
I saw a story that
It's crazy.
Vince McMahon was dating a woman at the time, and dating, sure, a younger woman, and he offered up for sex to get like Brock Lesnar or somebody back into the fold, like he just will use people
in the narrative of the documentary. The first female referee in the WWF was Rita something or other, and as part of the contract to try to get Lesnar back,
Rita Chatterton.
It was and also you can fuck Rita.
Wow.
Like, I'll give her to you, and it was just like part of the deal, and Lesnar was on board evidently, and like all this stuff is just insane to me. Like, I don't know. That's the trafficking part, right? Where it's like, it's part of the contract. You're going to fuck this woman that doesn't want to fuck you. Like, that's insanity.
Is that what made him such a hero to you?
Are you talking about yourself in the third person for some reason? Like, it's weird.
That's the best you can do.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm 4 drinks in now. So anyway, I did actually watch that, but honestly, that was last week up until I got my movie on Thursday that I didn't watch. So I did watch all of that before.
Okay.
My movie.
Whatever you got to tell yourself, sleep at night.
But what did you think of your movie?
Tootsie is nuanced, and Dustin Hoffman gives a stellar performance. I can see why it's so highly rated.
And how long did it get you? How
hard?
long did it take you?
The whole time.
How long did it take you to get to the center of that Tootsie Pop?
I mean, if it's Dustin Hoffman as a Tootsie,
Dustin Hoffman,
I'm going 3 licks.
Yep, I'll bet.
I actually did finish a movie that I started last week. I watched.
Good.
I watched Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit.
Oof, what a boring movie.
So it wasn't super terrible until like the last act. I was actually like kind of intrigued by what was going on.
I don't remember anything about that movie.
It was like Kevin Costner and him have a good back and forth, and it's whatever. And Keira Knightley plays the wife, and they have like is he going to tell her he's in the CIA
I like
or not?
Chris Pine.
Yeah,
I
Chris
did
Pine.
too.
It was
He's
fine.
wasted in this movie.
But then the last third of the movie goes, oh fuck, we're an action movie,
right?
And they just throw it in the blender.
Yep.
And I'm going, everything that I've learned about him trying to be, it's basically Jason Bourne at the first part, which I'm like, oh, this.
But
is
nowhere
cool.
near as exciting.
No, not at all. But like, still, there's something there. And then they literally are like, helicopters blowing things up, run after him. Here's a motorcycle chase like Die Hard through a tunnel. I'm like, where is this coming from? All of the stuff that you've built up of him being kind of a normal guy and having his back broken, and he's going through rehab, and now he's being thrown off a motorcycle into a concrete wall, and he just walks it off. It's so
well, his
fucking...
back's stronger now.
Clearly. It's so fucking jarring, though. Like, that's just weird. So
I remember really disliking that movie and being supremely bored by it.
It was fine, and I was engaged until I totally was over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think if I watched something with the boys or not. Oh, I talked about Orion in the Dark, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Then that would be the last.
Oh, good.
Thing that I watched.
That was anticlimactic.
Sorry about that. I'll remember the other movie that I watched with the boys.
Hopefully, Tootsie will be a movie you remember too.
Yeah. No. Like I said, I'm gonna watch it next week.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Nate, how about you, buddy? What's the last movie you saw?
I watched a film made in 1989. I hope this was the film you wanted
Oh
me to
boy,
watch.
we'll see.
Starring the great Tom Hanks. Does it sound familiar or no?
I'm a 4 drinks in. What did I give you?
Called The Burbs.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And this is
This is honestly one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies of all time.
It's like a black comedy.
I love this movie.
And this film is about neighboring and whether or not you if you've ever lived in a neighborhood where you suspect your neighbors of potentially being serial killers.
Or
This-
just weird.
You might be a redneck.
This film
If
is
you ever lived in a cul-de-sac where you thought your neighbors might be murdering people,
You might be a
redneck.
This film is for you. This stars Tom Hanks, Bruce Dern, and
And the Klopex.
and young Corey Feldman.
R.I.P.
Corey Feldman's still
Corey
alive.
Feldman's still alive.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And
Yikes.
Wendy Shaw, who is in a swimsuit for quite a bit as
Who doesn't
Bonnie
love Bruce
Rumsfeld.
Dern's?
Calm down, Nate.
Of all people to say that, by the way, of all people,
Yeah.
Brad.
Yeah.
But when you point it out, like that's how I know it really turned your crank.
Well,
I don't like that.
No,
By the way, I don't like that term.
Oh, would you rather say that I know you took it along the road?
That's way better.
No, but
Actually,
here's the thing is-
for that move, for jacking off, hey man, I took it along the road. I can say that in front of my kids.
Wendy
That's
Shaw in a bathing suit is part of the film, though. Like it's
Yeah, oh,
part
yeah.
of the Corey Feldman.
It's the part of the
like-
Burbs zeitgeist.
Yep. And so this is a film about Tom Hanks playing a character with. It's about a neighborhood essentially, with suspecting that one of their neighbors may be
I would
not
posit
who they claim.
That this is a movie about a man with too much time on his hands.
Could be.
Right.
Too much time on my hands.
So I feel like.
By the
it's-
way, this is one of John Mulaney and Bill Hader's favorite films.
I'm not joking. I love this
Why do
movie.
you love this film so much?
So when I was a kid and I first saw it, I probably saw it like on VHS in like 1991. I was 10 or
pretty
11.
early then.
Yeah, and so I just remember being scared by it, but like it's so safe. It's not a horror film whatsoever.
No, but it's like the Leave It to Beaver meets
exactly, and
like,
it's also
yeah,
it's also not
Stephen King.
It's not a thriller either.
Yep.
It's just a very silly, like guy kind of losing his mind because he assumes the worst out of the new creepy neighbors. And spoiler alert if you've never seen the Burbs, he ends up being correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
So-
even though he's made to seem like he's crazy.
Exactly. So he's on vacation from whatever company, and he's bored out of his mind, and his wife is like, "Just chill out. Will you please just relax?" So then the Klopex move in next door, and he gets just crazy addicted to watching their every move. It's not helped by his goofy best friend, who is conspiracy theorist all day long. Bruce Dern, who
Played
plays
by Rick Ducommun.
who back then in the 80s, honestly, had this role 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he was
the
hilarious.
classic.
The
he was
everyman, as far as
classic
the
everyman,
doofy
best friend.
neighbor.
Yep.
Along for anything, he goes up to the power lines and tries to cut. He doesn't know what he's doing, but I can cut the power to the house, and he fucks up. Of course, Corey Feldman plays the hey bro neighbor.
This was the movie that made me realize that he voiced one of the Ninja Turtles.
There you go. And then Bruce Dern plays this ex-military old man with a young wife. But you're right, Nate. It's about the neighborhood because everybody has a role to play here, and the neighborhood is part of the movie, right? And so the old man that has the toupee and the dog that goes missing, everybody thinks the Klopex murdered him, meaning Tom Hanks thinks the Klopex murdered him. My favorite scene in this film is when the wife is so adamant that they did nothing wrong. Oh my God, stop it. We're going to go next door and we're going to introduce ourselves. We're going to bring over some food and we're just going to meet them. And
The wife played by who?
is it Patricia Richardson?
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher. Shit, I'm sorry. That's a fucking stretch, Ben. But they go over there and everything is just so That's my favorite scene. It's so fucking creepy. It's so weird. The guy that answers the door is so pale with the red goatee. It's perfectly casted.
And you get why Tom Hanks
Cast.
has the opinions and beliefs.
Exactly.
He does. And you do feel like, I'm kind of on his side,
Carrie
even though
Fisher
nothing is working out.
trying so hard to prove to him throughout all of the weirdness, right? Because now she has her ship that has sailed, where she's on, like, no, I have to prove to him.
Yep.
And Tom Hanks is feeling the exact opposite. It's a great
And
story.
then for a second there, and again, it's old enough, so we can spoiler alert. For a second, you think, well, maybe we've been on this journey and we've been crazy the whole time.
And it's going to come out that Tom Hanks is wrong.
Yep.
And he's just an idiot. But lo and behold, there's a furnace in the basement, baby.
Yep.
No, I love the film.
Really
love
enjoy
the
this film.
Yeah.
I love the twists and turns of it.
Did
Funny.
you really, really like it?
Yeah, and it's also it's a black comedy. It's one of those like the humor's not as it's not slapstick.
Yeah,
right.
You're not like laughing out loud. You're just realizing how clever it is. You know, that kind of thing.
Yep, for sure.
Do you like the Burbs?
Yeah, you assigned it to me not too long ago.
Yeah, but do you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
I can't remember what you said. Do you like
No,
it?
I liked it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'll have one more.
Hey, since we were talking really quickly about Rick Ducommun, I recently rewatched Scary Movie, and I just love that movie. It's the best one out of the Scary Movie franchise. I think it's the only one.
The first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen any of them.
Wow.
I mean,
It's Halloween spooky season, Brad.
Yeah,
It sounds like
I might
somebody's
have to,
getting
yeah.
an assignment. And also, you're not allowed to watch it with Finn.
It is
No.
I don't know. I think it would be
No.
fun to watch with Finn. Finn's
No.
15 now. I saw
He's
Scary Movie when I was
14.
No.
What?
He's 14.
I saw Scary Movie when I was 15.
Yeah, but you don't watch that with your dad.
No, exactly.
No, you definitely watch
So
it. with
there's-
your dad.
Ew, what's wrong with... Oh, did you watch it with your dad?
Well, yeah. And we laughed and laughed.
Nate, don't watch it with Finn. He's
I
tricking
trust
you.
you, buddy.
He's
I
tricking you.
trust you.
He's
No, I
tricking
don't know
you.
if I ever watched it.
Yeah,
I
don't.
didn't watch it first with my dad, but
But then when I found out how much sex was in it, I was like, Dad, we should watch this together.
actually, but you know what's funny though? The reason I rewatched it is because I found out my mom hadn't seen it.
Oh, my God.
No, because she saw a couple scenes and she was laughing. I go, wait, have you never seen this? She's like, no, I don't think so. I was like, oh my gosh.
Don't watch that with your mom.
No, my mom loves. First of all, she loves comedies.
Loves nudity.
She loves horror movies.
She loves just a lot of dick jokes and...
No, she liked it. Like she thought it was funny. She likes stuff like that because like she loves Airplane. She loves Naked Gun. And
But was
obviously,
it awkward watching that movie with your mom at all?
no, not at all. Because like we watch horror movies all the time, and there's
Okay.
sex and
Well,
horror movies all over.
But and there's a lot of parody of very famous horror movies.
Yeah,
in it.
exactly.
Yeah, sure. No, I get it.
So I bring this up because Rick Ducommun has a small role in Scary Movie, and it's only a couple brief scenes, but like his delivery is so good, and the one line that always gets me every time because is so just perfect and natural the way he does it is it's established that like he has some kind of job where he's dealing drugs on the side, and like it's and Cindy knows about it, his daughter played by Anna Faris. And so at the very end of the movie, when the killer has again escaped and like her dad was taken hostage by the would-be killers, they come out and the cops get there. And she's like, the killer was just here and killed all my friends. And Rick Ducommun goes, yeah, and the sick son of a bitch planted drugs all over the house.
Yeah. I actually do remember that. I haven't seen Scary Movie in 20 years, but I do remember that line.
It's because it comes out of nowhere and
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a recent memory of Rick Ducommun of something he's been in?
I mean, that was probably the most recent one, honestly, because
Yeah,
that was
more-
before he died, I think.
More like
not too long.
Rick
He
DeGoen.
died of diabetes
Yeah.
in 2015.
I'm coming with you, Rick.
Check your sugars.
Oh, I'm good.
Check
I'm
your
hoping
sugars.
for them to check me.
Have your sugars spayed or neutered. But yeah, the other Rick Ducommun movie that I have.
Also, by the way, just real quick, the fact that Bob Barker always wanted to have the pets spayed and neutered,
Yeah.
and his last name is Barker, like that's really funny.
It's not though. It's not really.
It's okay.
It's pretty funny.
And that was like
Was it worth
Have you-
interrupting the
Have
podcast
you
for?
ever thought, what's this? What's the
What's
deal?
the deal with Bob Barker's last name?
Why don't they just make the prices right out of the black box?
Barker? Am I
Dogs
the
go to
only
the
one?
bathroom everywhere.
What?
It's the ASP.
What's
CA.
next? What's next? The Wheel of Fortune, hosted by Pat Sameow.
Oh!
What?
Fucking idiots. Rick Ducommun was also in Blank Check, which is a movie that I have a high affinity for from my childhood. It's a Disney movie. Did you ever see Blank Check, or were you too old for it?
No, I saw it.
Yeah.
I was enamored with that movie because I thought to myself,
What a great premise.
what would it be
oh
like?
my God.
You know, that's actually right for a remake. For real.
What a dream.
It would just be like for kids. Like if I
I don't even know how you get away with it today, though.
No, but like in a different premise, like you just get a blank check, right?
Yeah.
So like
that's fair.
like Rune or Ender right now are at the age where that would be. They say things all the time like, "Imagine if the whole house was filled with ice." If they got a blank check, they could do it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that like kids were. And I remember latching onto that. Like, yes, I would love to do all of the things he's doing.
Yeah.
That and Richie Rich.
Yep. Yeah, I like both those movies as a kid. They're not good movies, but I love them.
Oh
as a
no,
kid.
I love what they got to do.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I was jealous. How about you, Nate?
It was fine.
He wasn't listening.
I
He
don't
was
think he
texting his
wasn't listening at
girlfriend.
all, yeah.
He
No, I wasn't
he was
texting.
literally
I was
texting
looking
his
at
girlfriend.
the other films he's been in. He's been in so many films as a character actor. Encino Man.
He was. He
Spaceballs.
Was. He was.
Spaceball.
He's dead. He was.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Little Monsters.
Wait, Brad. Who do you play in Die Hard?
He plays.
Come on. Die Hard 1.
Yeah. He's Isn't he like a?
There's a guy that it's a connection to the Burbs. I just mentioned it.
He's like an electrician.
Yeah, he's the guy that's like, "Hey, Leo, we're gonna need you to cut the power to grid 47.
Yeah, that's funny.
Just do it." I don't know why he's now.
Hunt. He was in the Hunt.
He's now
for
in
Red
New York.
October, Gremlins 2, Groundhog Day, Last Action Hero.
Yeah, just
so
who's who.
many.
Great bit
Just,
parts.
yeah, just like
Great chubby character.
yeah,
actor.
just a great like you said, everyman kind of. He found his
Never
way
wanted to
into
get
so
rid of the
many roles.
diabetes because it would have got rid of his career.
Amen.
It happens to the best of us.
That's what I keep telling myself.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I wouldn't be this funny if I was skinny.
You know what? Maybe go for it.
I mean, well, look what happened to Nate.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, look at him. It's like, hey, string bean.
And he's crushing it.
I got chubs right here.
Ugh.
You're not even sweating.
I don't even know what
give me
chubs
that. You're not
are.
even sweating. And it's not to your fucking
only
stupid.
like-
No, it's not to your stupid Crystal
It's
Light.
like 63 down here.
It's not your Crystal Light deodorant. It's not what it is. It's that you're skinny.
Crystal light deodorant.
Yeah, it's just you're skinny.
That's
Gosh,
salt crystals.
Look at that. Not even one drop. You just lifted your. Not even one
No,
drop.
you're not.
Brad,
you're-
you're jealous of that, right?
Auga! Oh, that's the trailer
Fuck
horn.
is that? That's new and I don't like it.
I love it.
No, never do that ever
I love
again.
it.
Guys, the
Did
trailer
you- wait,
horn
did
just
you
went.
just literally go, "Auga!" That's the trailer horn. You made up a sound.
First of all, I
And then you made up
It's
what
a
it
new
meant.
Season. It's a new season. He gets to do new.
It's
season.
not a new season. Wait, it was a in no way, shape, or form.
It is.
First of all, do we have seasons?
no,
Also,
it's a new season.
there was a
Oh,
new
it's
season
fall.
of the 10-1.
It's fall.
So you forgot what podcast you're
No, it's
on.
fall.
no, it's literally this is when new seasons start. The fall.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And no, I didn't
And
say.
there's now there's a Nawuga.
I didn't say Auga. The trailer horn went off, and that's the sound it makes.
He hit the button, and the button went off.
Little watch of trailers, little watch of trailers. Brad and Nate, Ben is here too. Little watch of trailers now.
It's pretty good. Not bad. We gotta
Are
have
you
Ben
happy
drink more
that we
often.
joined you?
What?
Are you happy that?
I am so happy that after the first iteration of that, I heard 2 claps, and I'm like, that's what Nate does to Brad.
That's what magic sounds like.
Yeah, it is, and I wish I had that support all the time. It's just that tonight, for some reason, Nate decided to be a friend.
No, it's that if you would try and you would lean into doing the song, you would get musical support that comes up naturally.
Could you tell what I was doing though?
Yeah,
Okay, thank God.
Spider-Man, right?
A lot of times I'll do them, and it's like, what the fuck was that? And in my head, I'm like, I tried really hard.
No, you did a great job there. I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
We watched 2 new trailers for movies that are on the way. The first trailer that we watched
You don't remember.
is no, of course
No,
not.
no, let him go. Let him go.
I like to lean into the
Don't.
suspense.
Don't save him.
Yeah.
Now
The Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man. No, Ballerina from the world of John Wick. This is a spin-off of the John Wick franchises that focuses on a new character played by Ana de Armas.
Nice.
Some would say a bit derivative.
The movie or her?
The movie.
I mean, because she's literally a derivative of other people.
Who?
Her
Her
parents.
parents.
Okay, Nate.
Try and keep up.
Come on, buddy. Got 4 drinks and you're sober.
I think
I'm
you
like,
just,
hey.
I think you just did a Google image search of Ana de Armas and he's distracted.
He just, no, you know what he did? He just searched Ana de Armas' parents. He's like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Pamela de Armas.
And Ron de Armas.
And They're probably our age, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's probably
that's
true.
actually a little bit like. Let's move on.
So this is set in the world of John Wick. It's set between John Wick movies because John Wick is still alive, as we see at the end of this trailer, and he meets the character played by Ana de Armas. She's an assassin. She's badass. She's cool. We see characters like Ian McShane and Lance Reddick are also in this movie. The action looks great. It has the same neon-soaked visual style. Stunts are still in full swing. It doesn't feel like a cheapened spin-off. It feels like a cool story that is still set in the world of John Wick, and not like the Continental series that was on Peacock.
Off air, I was like, "Oh, this is derivative, just like the." It's not. I was fucking around. This is not at all like that series that I actually had no interest in because they were like stunt casting Mel Gibson in that. Like,
and for you to turn down a Mel Gibson show is
this is great. The trailer, if you haven't seen it, walks you through exactly who this is. It's a Red Sparrow type feel. But then at the end, Keanu Reeves shows up in the trailer.
Yeah.
That lends right there all of the legitimacy that I need to be on board to go to the theater to see this. There's a big difference. Like if I didn't see him in the trailer, I probably wouldn't see it in the theater. I just wouldn't. It's not a John. It's my favorite franchise in a long time, and I love what they're doing with it. But now I will absolutely see this quote unquote spinoff, and I don't know. It's just like a companion movie.
Yeah.
Now it's Rogue One, in the pantheon of Star Wars rather than just a spinoff.
Right.
And I like that.
Nate, how about you?
Here's the thing. If you put Ana de Armas
No boy.
in a film, I'm gonna
Also, by the way,
see
I never liked the way he said it.
Ana de Armas.
Yeah, it feels like you're gargling salt water. Oh.
And not like your salt deodorant water.
Yeah, no.
Ana de Armas.
Yeah, it just feels
It's almost
strange.
like you're trying to add a roll to it, but you don't know where to put it.
That's it. Oh, thank you. I was trying to figure out what he was doing. He's trying to be like
He's trying to do the R roll, but all over it.
He tries to go but instead he goes like Captain Crunch with a mouthful of crunch berries trying to say it.
Ana de Armas.
Hey, can I get hey, let me get that quesadilla. Let me get hey, con pollo? Huh? Come on.
Have you tried the new Ana de Armas at Taco Bell?
Man, so much cheese. Anyway.
There's a couple things. Really love Ana de Armas.
I
But
love
also,
I love it.
don't love Norman Reedus, and he's a great villain, and he's a great person to have to hate in a film or in a show.
I hope that in the pantheon of the film, it's like somebody made him wear a wig in the movie.
But like a bowl cut.
Because it's just not, did you see the hair? It's insane. Like that's just just dumb.
His hair always looks like that.
No, it doesn't at all.
What's wrong with his hair?
It was so fake.
Why?
Ugh. Just like do better. That's all I'm saying.
Seems like you're being mean.
So I'm excited about this. I can't wait to see it.
I'm very
We should
excited
see
about
it in
this.
theater.
I am very excited about this.
Or on Peacock when it comes.
Okay.
Great. The next trailer we watched is Sinners, a new movie from Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther and Creed.
And Fruitville Station.
Yes, that's true. And this one
His
also
first horror film.
Yes.
No, Fruitville Station was not a horror.
Well, for some people it was. For you, it's probably more of an action movie.
I never saw it.
You should. It's great.
Yeah, I understand why you did.
You'll probably won't like it as much
I
because
don't-
it's kind of anti-police. But
I was just
And
literally.
also,
First of all, fuck both of you. The
Minority
fuck you
centric.
both.
Yep.
I was just about to say I have no idea what it's about because I don't even know. I
Of
really
course
don't.
No, it wouldn't make it into your film.
Here we go. Here we go.
no,
Have you
Fruitville
ever
Station.
heard of the film Black Panther?
Yes.
It's the opposite of that.
Boo.
No, you should. Maybe I'll sign it to you sometime because it is a very good movie. But this is a completely different movie. It's The Sinners. It is a horror movie. The trailer doesn't really want you to know it because vampire movies haven't been doing that great at the box office. But this is a vampire movie. It is very stylish. It is also set in a cool period that you don't typically see vampire movies set in, which is a lot of fun. It also has Michael B. Jordan in the lead role.
Who is just as beefcakey as always.
Oh my gosh, his arms are
In that trailer,
characters themselves.
when he's pointing whatever gun with the sleeveless shirt on, I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is he like he's bigger than Creed?
Yeah, seriously.
You know, honestly. One of the things I loved about this trailer is that I had no idea what was happening.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I thought this is first off, I thought this is a period piece.
Mm-hmm.
These are gangsters.
Right.
And it's going to go bad because they are black men and probably in the South, and it looks like it's going to turn into something racial or maybe it's an important period piece. And then all of a sudden it starts to become more like of a thriller. And the trailer walks you down this path that you don't know where, and then eventually you're like, oh fuck, this is a straight up horror film.
Yeah.
And I didn't know honestly that it was still you don't see, they don't do that cheesy thing where like one of the characters shows fangs. They just back into a barn and they're all cocking guns, and it felt a little bit Dusk Till Dawn-ish.
Yeah.
Wait until the next film.
Yeah, I can't, and I love Dusk Till Dawn, honestly.
Wait until the next trailer where he's like, I'm Edward Cullen. And you're going to be like, what the hell?
No, but this is
Twilight.
This is a great teaser because it sets up a vibe for the movie without giving too much away. And even if you find out that vampires are in it, it doesn't ruin it.
No, now that I know that, I'm like, oh, that's what they're fighting. That's the thing they're all looking at.
Yeah.
But it really doesn't ruin it for me because now I want to see what happens.
No, exactly.
So Fangconda forever.
Good.
That's what I.
No.
He just goes, no. Mm-mm.
All right, well, you know what? Don't worry. I'll try again soon.
When does Sinners come out, Nate?
Sinners comes out March 7th, 2025, and it should come to theaters everywhere.
Oh, what about Ballerina? That's next year too, isn't it?
Yeah, but sometime in June.
Wakanda Fangever?
Is it June or is it January?
No, just not even.
No, I think it's
not even say no to that one. Or?
Black
June
Panther.
6th.
Black Panther?
Yeah,
that's
June. From the world of John Wick, Ballerina comes out June 6th, 2025.
Wow, that's further out than I thought.
JOHN WICK. No, nothing. Well, we tried, and by we I mean I'm the only one trying.
But are you though?
Yeah, this is the best I have.
This is the best you have.
Yeah, after 3.5
you
drinks.
want that? You want that on the record?
After 3.5 drinks, sure.
So, do you think Haley Steinfeld, who is not in the trailer, I couldn't find her in the trailer. Do you think she's one of the vampires?
Oh, yeah, she's the queen.
No, I think she's playing the same character from True Grit, but grown up.
No, the same age. They don't even try to de-age her. She just is trying to play a teenager at 27. To be fair,
she still looks very young.
Yeah,
I mean, she could easily do it.
I was saying all that, and I was like, well,
yeah,
this isn't going anywhere.
That's not nonsense.
Much like most of my jokes.
It's not like Arnold Schwarzenegger playing a 20-year-old.
I would pay to see that.
I'll bet you would. Creep.
No, why is that creepy? He's legal.
Ugh. The fact that you have to justify it makes it worse.
Well, no. I would like to date you, Ben, please.
Wait, are you...
He's a dating person.
By the way,
me.
that is fanfic for Ben.
When if he's playing a 20-year-old, he's trying to date you?
Yeah.
A 43-year-old man?
Come with me if you want to fuck me.
Hey, guys. Do you guys want to play a quick game or no?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever gets us out of this.
Okay. Yeah. I have a game called...
You don't want to know what chopper means in my universe here.
This is a game
I'll get to it.
About the films.
You know what? No, tell me.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's 20-year-old vagina.
What?
That's his chopper.
He has a vagina
in this
universe?
In this universe, yes.
This was way worse than I anticipated.
And it's metal covered by human skin.
What is... He's cracking himself up. It doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Here's the thing is, I'm going to confess, I have not been listening.
Nate, be thankful. Because what I thought he was going to say a chopper was Arnold Schwarzenegger just wagging his dick around as if it were a helicopter
Which is what
blade.
most men do, but yeah.
No, it's an exoskeleton covered by human skin.
That's a vagina. Nate, let's play your game.
Okay, this is a game about Chuck Norris, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Steven Seagal.
I was going to say, that's an awful coincidence.
I was going to
get
say.
that game together while we were recording.
Yeah. We all looked at him like, what are you typing the whole time? Well, it's a game about Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, and Chuck Norris.
And this game is, I'm going to give you a question, Ben, then I'll give Brad a question. So you don't have to chime in.
There's a buzz. Okay, yeah.
And the person with the most points wins the podcast.
I love it.
They win the...
Like they get to own it?
Yeah, they win the dominant voice of the podcast this episode.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, yeah, let's start with Brad. All right. Question 1. Which Chuck Norris film features him?
The fact that I asked you to name 3, then you said Dodgeball and Sidekicks with Jonathan Mathis. What's his name?
Yeah, I think that's right.
The kid that died?
Yeah.
All right. But and then Ben, you can steal this point.
No, I love this. I love this so much. This is so apropos.
Yep.
Which Chuck Norris movie?
Film features him as a Texas Ranger with the nickname Lone Wolf.
Isn't it Lone Wolf?
It is not.
What is it?
Do you know?
I actually don't.
Close. Lone Wolf McQuade.
There's a last name there, Brad.
That last name makes the
McQuade.
character far less cool.
The film's
What's
Hey,
title
who's after you? Lone
Wolf.
Wolf. What's his last name?
McQuade.
that is literally the
Finkelstein.
film name.
Lone Wolf Briar Patch is after you. I hope you're not a bunny running through the forest.
All right, Ben. In which movie does Jean-Claude Van Damme play a character named Frank Dux,
It's Frank Dukes and it's Kickboxer.
who competes in an underground martial arts?
It's Frank Duke because he's French.
In his what? What film?
Kickboxer.
Nope.
Oh, sorry, Bloodsport.
Oh no, he got it wrong though. He fucked that one up.
Brad,
Nate,
you
is it
can
Bloodsport?
That is correct. Brad gets a point.
Whoo! Frank Dux.
Fuck you both.
All right, Brad, back to you. Steven Seagal starred in this film about a former CIA operative who battles Jamaican drug dealers. Name the film.
Man, I'm so bad with Steven Seagal movies too. I'll bet you know.
That was Jamaican drug dealers.
Yeah.
Former CIA agent.
Above Suspicion.
No.
Do you?
Have you seen any Steven Seagal films?
Yeah, of course he has.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen, and honestly, I've probably seen every Van Damme movie from Cyborg up to The Quest, and Seagal probably Under Siege up to On Deadly Ground. I'm gonna say
This film was a box office success.
The Glimmer Man.
No. This film is called Marked for Death.
Marked for Death. There we go.
Have you ever seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on.
All right. I will give you the title, and you must identify which actor starred in each film.
Oh, that's
here we go.
fun.
Yeah, I like this.
All right. Ben,
Yeah.
back to you. Hard Target.
Hard Target is Van Damme.
Correct. Brad, Delta Force.
That's Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Ben, Under Siege.
Come on. That's Seagal.
All right. What character, this is character identification. What character did Chuck Norris portray in Walker, Texas Ranger?
Walker, Texas Ranger.
No, what's his name, though?
Walker,
What's his full name?
Texas Ranger.
Nope.
No, it's
John Walker McQuaig.
Walker.
Do you think that's his first name? Wait, hold on, for real. Do you think that Walker is his first name?
No.
Have you ever seen that in an
You
episode
said-
of Walker, Texas
you
Ranger?
said-
I've
You've
seen
seen it through Conan O'Brien.
I've seen more episodes of Walker, Texas Ranger than you guys have because my grandma used to watch it all the time.
And you don't know his first name.
No, because I don't pay attention.
You thought it was Walker.
I think it's John Walker.
No.
Yeah, it's because I put it in your brain.
No, I knew that was his last name.
Have you ever seen an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger, Ben?
No, I've seen only the clips where Conan O'Brien, on a late night with Conan O'Brien, had a Walker Texas Ranger lever.
Oh, it's so
and he
funny.
would pull it, and it would show a random clip of Walker Texas Ranger. The best one, speaking of people who have died of diabetes, there's a clip of Haley Joel Osment as a young boy.
No, he's still living.
No. But, that's great. I'll give you that. But Wilford Brimley is in the
R.I.P.
You got to beat us.
and Conan pulls the lever, and I'm doing this as a disservice. So just look up, Haley Joel Osment, Walker Texas Ranger clip, Conan O'Brien. All that's a mouthful. It's worth it. He pulls the lever. They show the clip, and he's like, Wilford Brimley goes, "How's your day?" or something like that. Walker told me da-da-da-da. And then Wilford Brimley goes, "Well, I'll be damned." And then it cuts back to Haley Joel Osment, and he goes, "Walker told me I have AIDS." And then it cuts, and Conan O'Brien gets up from his desk and walks away, and it's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my whole life. The walk from the desk to like staring out the fake window like he just doesn't know what this world is. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. It's amazing.
By the way,
That's great.
I'm going to guess. I really do want to know. Comment in the post of this, listeners, if anyone here knows what the name of actual Walker Texas Ranger is.
Let's not say it.
You don't want me to say it?
No,
I
you
can't.
have to say it. I need to know.
It's
Ethan.
Cordell Walker.
Cordell Walker.
What is it with them ruining cool names for
Yeah.
Chuck Norris characters?
Well, he's so cool, he doesn't need a cool name.
All right.
What's your name? Thunderfist.
Right,
Horace Thunderfist.
Cordell.
Cordell.
The name's Cordell Walker. And listen, I know that I walk with a limp, but it's only because I got the diabetes.
Ben, have you ever seen the film Universal Soldier?
Of course.
In Universal Soldier, Van Damme plays which character?
I mean, the Universal Soldier.
What's his name?
Oh, boy.
Cordell Soldier.
That's honestly a great question, buddy. I'm not sure, but I know that the villain is Dolph Lundgren.
Luke
Besson.
Devereaux.
Luke Devereaux. Okay.
Brad, who is Steven Seagal's character in the movie Above the Law?
Ooh, I don't fucking know.
It's probably like Briar Patch Lightfoot because he claims that he's got
Rock
Native
Camden.
American. Rock Camden.
It's Nico Toscani.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, he is Italian.
Yeah, very
in this
Italian.
one.
All right. You're going to guess which
By the way,
actors-
there is an actual interview with Steven Seagal, and I don't know if you know this, but he legitimately he's from America.
we know.
No. I'm just making sure that the audience knows. He is full-blooded, just Caucasian male, and he's being interviewed, and he says to the interview, who's also a white dude, he says the words, how do you say it in English? It's the most jarring fucking thing I've ever heard because he's talking about like he's wearing a kimono or whatever, and he's appropriating so much Asian culture.
Well, but it's because he knows that he can't say it like the actual Asian word, so he's trying to
No.
figure out how to say it in English. Ben.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
It's like, how do you say it in English? Burger. Like it's nothing. How do you say it in English? McQuig.
All right. We just got a couple more questions here. All right. So make these count. I am going to. You have to guess which actor said the quote in which film. Okay.
Oh.
Here's the quote. Which actor? Which film?
Who's going first?
I think we're back to you, Ben.
Okay.
I like to let my actions do my talking.
Is that the actual quote?
Yeah.
I like to let my actions do my talking.
Yep.
I like to let my actions do my talking. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, Brad, you can steal it.
Steven Seagal.
You literally had a 50% chance it got it wrong. It's Chuck Norris in the Octagon.
No, well,
How about this one? Brad, this is you. I'm just a cook.
I know this one.
Do you?
I really do.
Steven Seagal.
In what movie? You haven't seen it because I've seen the list, and I was so surprised.
I don't know.
It's his most famous film.
Under Siege?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
He
interesting.
plays a Navy cook
Yeah.
That's funny.
who was like ex-Special Forces, and Tommy Lee
I'm
Jones
just
plays
a
it.
cook.
I'm just a cook.
All right, here we go. Last, this is another one. I came here to do two things: kick some ass and drink some beer.
Did he say, and I'm all out of beer?
No,
Because that's a They Live statement
Yeah.
from Roddy Piper.
nope. It's just I came here to do two things: kick some ass and drink some beer.
I'm going to say it's Chuck Norris.
No, I mean we literally have three actors here. Two of them have been chosen: Chuck Norris and Steven Seagal. Who's the one that has not been chosen yet?
Yeah, you fucked that one up, dummy.
Oh, I didn't know that it was like.
I mean,
that.
It's kind of been the format of the.
It kind of been the format.
Oh, I didn't notice that at all.
Wow.
I've had some cocktails.
Hey, Brad.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
In what movie?
Let's say Kickboxer.
Nope.
Bloodsport.
Sudden death.
Missed
All right,
that one.
contestants. Whoever gets to name the question first wins. Which actor starred in Cyborg?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Who fought Bruce Lee in Way of the Dragon?
Chuck Norris.
What is the first Seagal film to reach the top of the box office?
Under Siege.
Brad wins this game.
I was pointing at him the whole time. I mean, come on.
Because the point definitely gave me the answer.
I mean, I was letting you go. Because I literally said I've seen every Van Damme movie since Cyborg.
You know those answers, though.
Congratulations on winning Action Legends Face Off.
Thank you. I now own this podcast.
It's yours. McQuaig.
McQuaig.
Give the people the air. It's Cohagen, but I'm going to switch it. McQuaig, give the people the air. And I will show you my 10 to 20-year-old.
Maybe I'll do a Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger one coming up. Who do you think is going to win that one? Who's the bigger fan?
Probably Brad.
No way.
He just knows.
Ben will crush me in that.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I ever met. Even before you on this show when we did movie games, the only time I ever won was when it was either Stallone or Schwarzenegger.
Wait,
or
we
some
played
kind
Last Man Standing. Yeah. It was,
Oh, that's not even fair. But even anything that tangentially related to action films in that way, it's the only thing I know.
Because you've seen so many.
I've seen them
And
so
many
many
times.
times.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I've seen every Schwarzenegger film multiple
Have you
times.
seen Kindergarten Cop more than once?
I've seen that movie like 10 times.
Yeah, I've seen Kindergarten Cop so many times, too.
He's seen Jingle All the Way more than me.
That's 100% true.
I bet you have seen it more than you.
There's no way.
I don't know. I watch it at least.
Ooh, actually, but he's a big Christmas guy.
Yeah.
I watch a lot.
How many times do you watch it each Christmas?
Probably only once each
Yeah,
Christmas.
so I usually watch it twice.
Do you really?
No,
Every
I'm dead serious. I watch it at least once on purpose.
No, you probably do have, yeah.
And then I watch it like once if it's on TV.
Put
like
the
sometimes.
cookie down.
Who said you could eat my cookies?
Put my cookie down. I want the Turbo Man.
That's what he says.
Yeah, no, actually. Sinbad house guest was bad. Put that cookie down.
You should have said that. That would have been good.
I just
Did
said
you
it.
know that Arnold is starring in a film soon with Jorma Taccone?
I did not know that.
Kung Fury.
Oh, yeah. No, that's been in the works for a long time.
Yeah, we'll see if it actually
Yeah, I was
happens.
going to say, I'm not sure that it will.
Uh,
There's a sequel to a 26-minute viral
filming
thing from, like,
began on
2013.
July 29th, 2019.
Yeah, exactly. So it's 5 years old.
Did it?
In September 2020,
And then, well, yeah, and then there was COVID.
post-production was halted over a lawsuit with investors. It's all caught up in legal. Yep.
Wow, that's gotta suck.
They created the film. The film has been shot. It is maybe not ever getting
No,
interesting.
it's like Batgirl.
Batgirl.
Hey, guys, we did it.
Here she comes.
Been a lot of fun.
Batgirl.
I got to go to bed.
Number one.
Oh, good rhyming.
Batgirl. Fly in the sky. Black girl.
Leave it in. There's no way we're cutting that. That was a real faux pas. It was genuine. It was a flub.
You added the L there, and I'm like, I'm not going here. I'm not going with you. Not going with you.
I love that when it went from Batgirl to Black Girl, Nate dropped the fuck out and was like, I no
I have
longer
a
can support
reputation.
this.
I have a reputation.
I just can't
cannot
do it.
I
Even
can't go
though
with
there's nothing wrong with saying the word Black Girl at all. Nate was still like, I need to distance myself from
It's
this.
just in the way
I
he
can't-
says it.
yeah,
it's in the way.
It's
he
the
says
way
it.
that it came out of your mouth.
It's in this universe. Batgirl's played by a black girl.
And that's okay. And that's very fine. That's okay. It's preferable. But the way you said it, we're all distancing ourselves, and that's okay too.
I think I'll stay over here. I'm fine. I'm fine.
So this was honestly, let's just end it right there because I don't want to have anything else to do with this episode. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?